Looking to transform your family game nights? At Perfectly Picked Games, we specialize in family games that bring everyone closer. Our games aren't just fun. Kids and teens will learn how to take turns, develop basic strategy skills, and understand the thrill of winning and grace of losing. With our exclusive gift of games, you can give months of gaming excitement to your family. Choose a 3-month or 6-month gift, and we'll deliver hand-picked family games to your doorstep every month. And here's the best part. Right now, you can use the promo code GOLDENMOJO and receive 20% off your selected plan. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Use promo code GOLDENMOJO and save 20% today at Perfectly Picked Games.
Welcome to the United States of Paranormal Podcast. Sit down and buckle up for an enlightening ride through everything cryptid, creepy, and paranormal.
Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is I, Golden Jay, hanging out with
the Rocker Chic
and
J-Dub.
And welcome to the United States of Paranormal.
Hello.
How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Yeah?
Cold.
It's
How was your birthday?
My birthday is still going on.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, but it's almost over.
It's almost over. We're getting there. Listen, birthday was good. I took my mom out today.
Nice.
Because, well, you know, it's not just, I was thinking about this. We all treat our birthdays, you know, like it's our birthday. You know, this is our special day. But you know what? I got to thinking about it. And I'm like, fuck, she did all the work that day. Mm-hmm. So this should be, celebrate your moms on your birthday because they did a hell of a lot more work than you did the day you were born. So yeah, I took her out. We had lunch. She did buy lunch because I'm like, listen, no, I'll buy. And she's like, it's your birthday. And I'm like, but I took her out to get some groceries and stuff like that. And since it is so cold and the roads are kind of shitty, I was like, you know, let's go get this done, and you know, let's make sure you have what you need. So, I roamed around with my mom today while you guys worked because you know I always take the week of my birthday off. My birthday.
Oh boy.
I've been doing it for years and years, and I like it.
Yeah.
I don't take a ton of vacation weeks. I take a lot of days and stuff. Like if we do Kansas City, I'll take a few days if we're going to be out there for a long period of time. But, yeah. So I know it's February and everybody's like, why the fuck would you take off in February? Why wouldn't you take off when it's warm and you can go do things? It's like, nope, it's my birthday. I want to enjoy it. So slept in. Fucking dog takes up most of the bed when the Rocker Chic leaves in the morning. And that little son of a bitch. Yeah, he's little, but he sprawls out. He trapped me in the bed. Like, fuck you, dude. We're not getting out. We're just chilling right here. Why would we want to get out of bed? Why? I'd rather sleep here in your bed than sleep on the couch. That's what he keeps telling me. Am I wrong?
No.
Because the Rocker Chick's already take him out for his morning pee, so he's good to go.
Yeah.
And
that's what wakes me up every weekend. Is him having to go pee. Otherwise, I'd sleep late.
It's true. It's true. He doesn't sleep with me because my bed's too high. I'm afraid he's going to hurt himself, and he doesn't like to sleep with me that long. So
because you're loud, you snore.
Do I
We
really?
both like our peace and quiet.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Hey, go check us out on our Patreon. Patreon.com/TUSOP. That's right, where you can get all really cool stuff on there. And if you sign up for any of the tiers, I'm going to send you a autographed poster. Mm-hmm. It's got all three of us, plus just Logan. When I was down there last year, I had him sign posters. So, yes, you can get a poster signed by just Logan if you sign up for the Patreon. Also, don't forget, if you don't want to hear any more of this banter, it's actually going to be a short banter today because we're running a little bit behind. And but yeah, there will be a timestamp for when the story starts.
Cool.
I did get a birthday card from Shanna. I loved it. Thank you so much.
Scared
I know
the shit out of me.
Not me.
I blew it with J-Dub.
Yeah. With me, I'm like, oh, you got a birthday card. And it's like, oh, this is cute. And I open it. It's like, oh.
I loved it. Thank you so much. I so much appreciate it. I did email her, so hopefully she got the email. But yeah, that was awesome. I loved it. And it came addressed TUSOP. Address. I loved it. So thank you, Shannon. I appreciate it so much. I did get an email. I will save because it's rather a long one, and since we are running a little short today, I will save it. But Trevor, I did get your email, and we will read it the next episode because you all asked if we had any missing extremities in most recent episodes. So he sent a very long email about his missing extremities. And,
okay, I remember that. Yeah.
And we are going to talk about it in the next episode, so don't let me forget.
Gonna post a picture of Brandon's toe.
Oh, fuck that. That was so fucking nasty. Yeah, her driver that had he posted it on Facebook. Here's a picture of my missing toe.
Ew.
It was gross. Brandon, it was gross. It was not right. What else we got going on? I did hear from Larissa today, so for my birthday, and a million Facebook posts. Thank you, everybody, so much for all of that. And yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a good day to get old. Yeah, let's hope the birthdays keep coming. Anything else you guys got going on?
No, not
I got
really.
nothing.
Last week's episode with Austin was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That dude, hopefully the documentary's out now. I know that it was supposed to come out pretty quick after that episode, so we'll see. I mean, these things take time. We don't want to rush them, so
Right.
if it's not out yet, it will be soon, and we look forward to, I look forward to watching it. We're going to watch it on the big screen together?
Sure.
Ah, fuck yeah. I get to watch it on the big TV. No more watching shit on my phone. I get to watch it on the big TV. I bought a big TV, J-Dub. You know, big old 65-inch in that little bitty living room, you know, and I don't ever get to watch it.
If he watched what I watch, he could watch it.
That's your own damn fault. Just watch what she watches.
I don't want to watch.
He watches the same thing over and over again. So.
I just watched Leverage again. I love Leverage. Timothy Hutton, Christian Kane. No, never seen it. Mm-mm. It's a great show. It's about con men. It's really cool.
I've heard about it.
I watched Castle. I watched that repeatedly.
I used to watch that.
I love Castle. And, of course, you know, Big Bang Theory and How I Met Your Mother.
Nope.
And right now, Last Man Standing. Rewatching Last Man Standing. No, for no reason, but for background noise. That's all it is. It's just on for background noise. Do you ever watch anything for that?
Not really.
Never just turn it on and it's just playing and you're like, oh, okay. It's in between editing.
Well, I don't do any of that.
Listen, coming soon. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The big announcement.
Woo!
Part of the Golden 80s Network, the podcast. We are I'm so excited. Nostalgia Tug is coming out twice a month with Just Logan and Wonder Bread himself, Lance Menzie. They're going to be talking about
the 90s.
The 90s. It's going to come out the second and fourth Saturday of the month. So look forward to that coming. And, of course, they have all of their own designs. And so there'll be merch coming for that, too. So
cool.
Look for it at goldenmojoent.com. And, as always, if you need and you want and got to have some kick-ass United States Paranormal swag, then go to UnitedStatesParanormal.com. All right. Are we ready to do today's story?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I'm excited.
All right, Rocker Chick, take it away.
All right. The Squirrel Cage Jail is a rotary jail. One of 18 made as technological advances of their day in the 1880s. Squirrel Cage is the largest and weighs around 45 tons empty. It's been called a 19th century marvel. The idea was that the giant circular 3-floor metal drum sat inside a building with steel line walls, rotated on its base via a crank, which the jailer used to move the cell he needed to a set position in order to access the only door. It was designed that only a single jailer was required to watch a whole jail full of prisoners, with just one door that couldn't be accessed unless the drum and cell were in the right position. Only one prisoner could ever exit at one time. The rest were simply trapped. Council Bluffs, Iowa, was a lawless place in the 1880s. In Potawatomi County, taxpayers went for the cheaper option of technology in the form of its human rotary, rather than expensive manpower to guard and imprison local criminals. Squirrel Cage Jail was deemed a failure just a few years after it opened. It made a horrible noise as it moved, torturing all around it, and its gears kept jamming, risking starving inmates when jailers just couldn't get to them. And all prisoners were kept in close confines in adjacent cells and not segregated. Prostitutes were imprisoned next to axe murderers and petty petty criminals next to rapists. Even worse, crazed residents would put their arms and legs out of the bars as the jail rotated, causing gruesome breaks and injuries.
Hey.
The building was frequently condemned, but taxpayers refused to pay for another, and Squirrel Cage was kept going year after year until a fire marshal permanently disabled it in the 1960s. When it took 2 days to reach the body of a prisoner who died in his cell.
Oh,
Dang.
Hope it wasn't hot in there.
Ugh.
Famous residents that stayed in this jail. During its tenure, the Squirrel Cage Jail housed mass murderer Jake Bird, a transient who may have killed up to 46 people using either an axe or a hatchet, and who spent 31 years in jail in Michigan, Iowa, and Utah. At his trial, he put the Jake Bird hex on those he saw as involved in punishing him, saying they would die before he did. As the story goes, allegedly 6 did, including the judge, who died within a month, the court's chief clerk, 2 police officers who took confessions, and the killer's lawyer, who died on the first anniversary of his sentencing. Bird was hanged in 1949. Squirrel Cage also imprisoned Charles Noel Brown, who went on a 3-day drunken murder spree and was eventually the last man hanged in Iowa in 1962. His noose is on display at the Squirrel Cage Jail. Squirrel Cage Jail's ghosts. What makes it haunted? The jail's paranormal history dates back to the 1900s, and even jailers in the 1950s refused to sleep in certain parts of the prison. Cat Slaughter, the Historical Society of Potawatomi County museum manager, says staff and volunteers at the jail have heard footsteps, voices, whispers, and experienced doors moving and shadows moving across stairs and doorways. She believes the Squirrel Cage Jail ghosts could have originated from the 4 known deaths in the building. One prisoner fell 3 stories to his death while trying to carve his name on the ceiling. Another hung himself, one died of a heart attack, and a jail officer was shot and killed. The jail was built in 1885 and was in use until 1969. When in 1969 the jail was declared unfit for human habitation. Its prisoners were moved to other locations. Despite the jail's dark and morbid history, members of the Historical Society reportedly stood in front of bulldozers to prevent it from being demolished. The human rotary, or Lazy Susan, design was the invention of William H. Brown and Benjamin F. Haw from Indianapolis, Indiana. They received a patent for their maximum security with minimum jailer attention in 1881. The Squirrel Cage was built for the equivalent of around $30,000. It was taken over by the Council Bluffs Park Board in 1971 to preserve it. In 1972, it was added to the National Register of Historic Places by the U.S. government. The Historical Society campaigned to save the jail in 1977 and now owns and manages the building. The jail's cells still keep the signatures and dates of its prisoners, some of them quite famous, which are scratched on the walls. The jail now hosts tours, ghost hunts, paranormal investigations, and overnight fundraisers. It is one of only 3 Rotary jails that remain, all of which have been preserved as museums. Ryan Ronfeld, the past president of the Historical Society, which now owns the jail, says the jail is just as grungy and horrible as during its last days of operation. Where other Rotary jails have been cleaned and sanitized before being open to the public, the Squirrel Cage is more interesting, remaining its horrid environment, and possibly some of the spirits of its last inmates to the end. There have been multiple reports of paranormal activity in the jail. It's believed to be haunted by the people who died, as well as a former jailer who lived on the 4th floor apartment of the building. There was also a report of a sighting of a mournful little girl dressed in gray inside one of the cells, as well as the voice of a little girl on the 3rd floor and 4th floors. Visitors over the years have also reported a feeling of someone tugging at them and just an intangible feeling of a presence with them. Whether or not these reports are true will remain a mystery, but there is no denying that this building has its share of darkness in its past. Many of the jail's staff and volunteers have heard footsteps, voices, whispers, and doors moving. Kat Slaughter, the museum's manager, said some have even seen dark shadows move across the stairs or past doorways. The jail's hauntings go beyond hearsay, with paranormal teams investigating and recording its ghostly activity. The jail has even reached national attention with spots on Travel Channel's Most Terrifying Places and Ghost Adventure's Serial Killer Spirits. Paranormal investigators have found EVPs of voices and sounds of things that weren't there. Slaughter said they caught photos and videos of shadows as well. Their equipment has picked up EMF hits in areas where there shouldn't be any electromagnetic interference. An early group to investigate was the Carroll Area Paranormal Team, who did a preliminary investigation and came to the conclusion that there is enough evidence to suggest that this building is haunted. They did a more in-depth investigation later and even found more evidence. They found unexplained light and unusual sounds in the infirmary. I can't say that.
Infirmary?
Infirmary, that's it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Auditory evidence have been recorded. A boatload of hard evidence has been caught by many paranormal investigation groups. Paranormal activity in the cells have been caught as well. About 25 to 30 orbs were caught on film inside the cell area by Prism paranormal investigators. These orbs corresponded to electromagnetic spikes on special meters and also to abnormal temperature fluctuations on infrared thermometers. Why did they have to use such big words? Psychic investigations by mediums and psychics have felt great sadness from presences inside the cells. 2 investigators felt tugs on their clothes by unseen hands, which backed up claims by the staff and visitors who have had the same experiences. Activity was witnessed in the 4th floor apartment, a hot spot. Paranormal groups who investigated the Squirrel Cage Jail are never disappointed here, as there is always recorded activity. Julie Carr went into the superintendent's apartment. She said she got really dizzy from the presence of a spirit or two, perhaps showing me around. A picture of a male apparition taken by a Prism investigator was caught on film from outside a window on the 4th floor, where the superintendent lived. An unseen presence walking in the 4th floor apartment has been heard by the living. Odd light balls have been noticed there as well. Cabinet doors have opened by themselves. A female child spirit that could have been a woman who wanted to be seen as a little girl, or an actual little girl who was caught committing petty crimes in the late 1800s or 1900s. A woman working on a project in the building was startled to see a spirit of a sad little girl dressed in gray sitting in one of the cells, probably in the juvenile cells, unavailable to the living room. I don't know what a Dawson is. What is a Dawsant?
Oh, that guy lived by the creek, wasn't it?
It says the head Dawson, D-O-C-E-N-T, told me that one day one of her earrings suddenly went missing. She found it on the sink in the bathroom the next day. She has heard the music box on the 4th floor apartment turn itself on. Items in the museum have been moved to odd places. Feelings of depression and sadness radiate from the various cells. Sad unseen presences still doing their county time are felt by sensitive people and mediums.
It's a guide.
It's a guide, okay. In the late 1950s, when Bill Foster became the new superintendent, he experienced enough paranormal activity to realize that the former occupants of the 4th floor apartment were still existing there. Despite being deceased, he chose to bunk on the 2nd floor instead. The entity of the first superintendent, J.M. Carter, is thought by some to be the restless, intense spirit who never gave up on his position. The spirit has hung around checking up on jailers and prisoners alike over the years that this building was a jail.
He liked his job so much he didn't want to give it up.
That's right. Other living superintendents knew that they had a spectral manager making sure that they did a good job in the jail. Apparently, he has assigned himself the new job of watching the living as well, is still looking after the spirits, still doing time. Otto Gudoth was the superintendent from 1949 to 1958. A full-body apparition of Otto was seen witnessed on the 4th floor. He apparently is also keeping an eye on the living. These two entities have perhaps teamed up in the afterlife retirement years. Visitors and remaining spirits are well supervised indeed. Though deemed to be friendly and cordial, these presences still supervise the museum staff, perhaps looking over the shoulders of the staff to see their progress as they run the museum. Needless to say, the spectral superintendents followed the living around the 3rd and 4th floor, keeping a close eye. Doors have opened and closed by themselves as they go about their business. The main guide told me that she hears footsteps in the juvenile detention cells just above the office. Staff and volunteers have heard footsteps, voices, whispers, and doors moving. Kat Slaughter, the museum's manager, says some have even seen dark shadows move across stairs or past doorways. So I thought this place was cool because I'd never heard of a rotary jail before.
I'd never heard of it either, or that place.
I never heard of that, but it makes complete sense. It's almost like you're, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what old piece of candy that we used to get that you could turn it and then you could get the stuff out and then you turn it back, to close up that opening. And that's what it sounds like to me.
It's like Pez dispenser.
No, a Pez dispenser has a little head you flip up. I don't know. Like, I think there was like a mint container that used to be able to do that, where you like turn the top and it would open up, or even some different spices that you can turn the thing to get it open, or a little deal. But I don't understand. Okay, so I don't understand why it was deemed to be, what's the word I'm looking for, where they just shut it down. But
Well, if you think about it, you'd have to spin it to where only one cell. So if there was a fire and it took them forever to get all the people out of there, then,
that's true. That's a good point.
And they said it always jammed. So if you're trying to get people out in a fire or something and it jams, then they're all screwed.
That's
true.
like the first thing when I saw the pictures of it. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, what if something happened in that building and you had to get them out? There was no way to do it. You would physically have to sit there and hand crank everybody out.
Sorry, guys.
Well, you are an axe murderer, so
Oh, yeah.
The other thing that I thought was interesting is how fucking stupid are you, knowing that they're cranking this thing and you stick your arms to the bar?
Well, they probably did it to get out of it.
Well, that's true, I guess, but I just thought, how stupid. I mean, that's just dumb. Unless there was some sort of motive for escape that they thought that's how they're going to get out. But very interesting. I never heard of it. I was looking it up. You said early on in your story that this was one of 3 that existed. This one. Sorry, forgive me. This one was in Iowa, right?
Yes.
What was the name of the county? Plume.
It's Council Bluffs, Iowa.
Okay.
In the
Council
county.
Bluff.
Yeah, the county was.
I thought it started with a P. You have to forgive me, but you know where one of the other 3 are at?
Indiana.
Crawfordsville, Indiana.
Really?
Yep.
I just guessed.
Yeah, that's a very good guess.
Well, the makers of this jail were from Indianapolis. It's Potawatomi County.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So yeah, that one's in Iowa, but the one that's in Crawfordsville actually was in operation until 1973. It was built in 1881, but was in operation until 1973. So you can still, I mean, for those that are local to us who, like that, you can still take tours, and like they offer in Iowa. But the only day that they're open is Thursday from 10 to 2.
That's weird.
Thursday from
thought.
10 to 2.
10
okay.
to 2. That's the only days they're open. The rest of the week they're closed. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool too. It was like, oh shit, there's one in Crawfordsville. Looks like it's like right downtown. So it's crazy.
Save on manpower. They're going to bring them back.
Listen, if they could figure out a way to get them out quicker, then yeah, I could see it really working. I mean, but I don't know. I mean, in those early days, there wasn't as many criminals that they locked up, I'm sure. Not like today where, god damn, if you jaywalk half the time, you'll spend a couple days in jail. But crazy. But the haunting stuff, it sounds interesting. You said they actually got a picture of a full operation?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go and watch those 2 shows on this and actually see what
they find. The pictures, I don't think, do it justice. I was looking at the images of it, and at least the one in Crawfordsville, man, that main room that it's in is rather large. So now, the one in Iowa, was that a 3-tier?
I think so.
Yeah. Can you imagine? You're trying to rotate 3 tiers of prisoners, and I mean, I don't.
Would they have a ladder to get off the second and third one? How would they get down?
I don't know.
No, there's only one door, so it has to rotate.
Oh.
Something has to
rotate up. The outside door rotates up. Oh God, that'd be
I
so
don't
fucked
know. I'd have to actually see it work.
up. Claustrophobia would kick in at some point, I would think too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't like it.
Then again, I'm thinking they're all steel walls, and all of a sudden there's a door. It's
Yeah.
open.
My turn.
Move quick. Oh wow. Fun stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it.
It looks like there's a walkway in the Crawfordsville one. A walkway on the second level. So they probably rotate together to get to those openings, but crazy. It's just crazy. How come we've never heard of this before?
Yeah, I don't know.
Guess we're not gel enthusiasts.
This is true. Although, we have.
Well, there's only 3 of them, so I mean.
Yeah, where was. I don't know where the third one's at. Oh. Gallatin, Missouri. Crawfordsville, Indiana. And, of course, the one in Iowa.
All
Council
pretty
Bluffs.
much.
Yeah, not too far away from each other to be, 100% honest, but. Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very, very cool, Rocker Chic.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I like 'em
sorry,
different.
My voice is going, and but
She's been fighting that damn
shit that
cold.
everybody
Yeah,
has.
everybody's getting
Yeah.
it. All right, guys. Well, we're going to get out of here. I know it's a little shorter of a story today, but I hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to check out our website, UnitedStatesParanormal.com. Send us your thoughts, comments, and suggestions to the United States Paranormal at gmail.com. And, of course, always check out the Patreon, patreon.com/TUSOP, or the Ko-fi.com/GoldenMojoENT for all of your fun stuff where you can watch full videos and get posters and, all kinds of different shit. So go check out all the fun shit. Help support the network and all the podcasts. We definitely appreciate those who do, for sure.
Let us know how you thought about Austin's documentary that he did on my story.
Absolutely. I hope you guys are able to go watch it. Have the time to go watch it, because I think it's going to be great. Mm-hmm. I meant to ask him about his B-roll. I forgot how much B-roll he got as far as the city and stuff like that.
Yeah, because he was going to come back and see if he could go.
At least film the actual house. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I know that they had tried to knock on the door prior to.
Nobody was there.
Yeah, nobody was home. So, yeah, let us know what you think. you know what's on our Facebook page, the link to that YouTube video. It was there. All right, guys, we're out of here. Till next week, keep it spooky, and I'll see you on the other side.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the United States of Paranormal podcast. Check us out at theunitedstatesofparanormal.com, where you can find our Spotlight of the Month, Fan of the Month, and all of our amazing merchandise. Or you can find us on social media at Facebook at the United States of Paranormal, Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, and YouTube at the United States of Paranormal 1795. And don't forget, we are now on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/TUSOP.
Please check out the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network of podcasts. The Call Guys, Golden Image Podcast, Indiana Chiefs Fans, Golden 80s, The Gridiron Kings, Murd Nerds, and A Quart of Books and Booze, all of which can be found at goldenmojoent.com or wherever you stream your favorite podcasts.
And if you have a location or a story that you would like for us to check into, please email us at theunitedstatesofparanormal@gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen. Thank you for all of your support. Bye.